there. Good to see you again. It's always great to see you. So someone sent in a really important question the other day that I wanted to share with you because you likely have asked yourself a similar question. Should I tell this story or should I keep it to myself? So here's the email. Kendra, I love the work I do, helping others who struggle with mental health issues. That being said, I keep a large part of my own story to myself at work to remain professional. But I can't help but wonder if I would make a bigger difference if I told my own story of struggle. Thoughts? Well, I have to admit, I don't know that I necessarily have a straight answer for this question because it really is different for each individual situation. But I do have a few questions you can ask yourself or things you can think about as you're making that decision to tell or not to tell your story. The first question is this. Well, the first thing to think about really is this. You don't have to tell the whole thing. A lot of times this is what holds people back. I was working with a young woman, for example, who had a story of serious struggle. And there were some really dark moments in there. Moments she didn't want to share, but felt like she had to in order to really be telling the story. I told her no. That's the beautiful thing about crafting a story. You can do it artfully, truthfully, and artfully. Get your message across, stay true to what happened in those events, but if you want to keep some stuff to yourself, keep it to yourself. It's your story. It's your own business, all right? The second thing I want you to ask yourself is this. Do I want to be known for this story? Heed this warning. Stories are really memorable. It's one of the great advantages of telling stories. They will be remembered. But that being said, if you tell a story of your struggle and later decide you wish you hadn't, there's not a lot you can do about it. So ask yourself, am I comfortable with this story being out there forever? If not, don't tell it, okay? Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, I want you to think about this. For some people, for the people who need it most, your story of struggle is a gift. There's stories people have given me or told me about their lives, hard times that I lean on when I have hard times of my own. Those stories become my building blocks of hope. There are people out there who need your story so they can finish their own. And if you are brave enough, if you can be so giving to offer them that gift, I don't think there's anything better one human can do for another than to share their story of struggle and how they came out on the other side. So if you have that person sitting in front of you and you're debating whether or not you should tell your story, ask yourself, do they need it? Will they take it as a gift? If the answer is yes, I say that trumps everything else. Okay, so there you go. If you're debating whether or not you should tell a story, think about these questions. Could you leave some pieces out and be more comfortable telling it? Are you okay with being remembered for that story? And finally, could this story be a gift of hope to the person you're telling it to? And if so, I say, tell it. All right, so that was a great question. Thank you so much for asking it. I hope I answered it, and I also hope, what else can I say? That I'll talk to you again very soon. Until then, remember, you are just one story from greatness. I sure hope you choose to tell yours.